Into it, open. You must think what is
No, I'm actually
correlation.
no, I'm actually thinking about the fact that I've never watched it. I would really love that. I would really love that experience. So there's you think also watching the film in cars.
So in June, Rohit or something related.
I've actually
never
seen, yeah, but I really want to watch. Now you have put this data in my head. I want to watch things.
Driving is closed.
No, I think now you'll have to create one open air and do
create
that.
an open air.
You know, there are these lots of romantic spots. There's these lots of romantic spots also where you get to go and like book a resort where you can go and screen. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have one right now, but when I do, I'll go.
Such a handsome hunk. Can you imagine? Imagine. All
You'll come. Should we go watch? No?
Okay, anyway, coming to the film, tell me, what are you playing? I am playing, my character's name is Leah. She's a vulnerable girl. It's something new for me because I have played stronger characters in the past, fiercer characters. In Motherhood and Motherhood. So I'm very happy to be playing a character that is a lot more cutesy. She has this college, that freshness that you have when you get into college. So I've tried to encapsulate that essence of a young girl in college, got that vulnerability in her. Yet she's a girl that is headstrong and knows her rights and fights for what's right. So I feel like I really try to represent a girl that is more relatable and आज के ज़माने की लड़की. I swear. How they look at आज के ज़माने की लड़की. They are really headstrong. And how is she on this and how is the real girl?
I think they run the world in all honesty. And I've been brought up by 4 women in my life, and the 5th one, absolutely yes. I've been brought up by 4 women in my life. 3 of my sisters and my mom, and now I have my sister-in-law. I really think that they're changing the world one day at a time, and I think it's inspiring what they first go through, second emerge out of, and third how victorious they are at the end of each of it. So that's what I think about the Aaj Ke Zamane Ki Ladkiyan. To talk about Riya's character, if I say too much, then you'll know what the story is. I don't want to say, but having said that, I think it's a character that is very, very exciting. It's also, like she said, very relatable. I think most girls are going to fall in love with Riya's character because of how dynamic and how incredible she is as an individual. So that's my thing.
So you said you've been brought up by
4 women. Yeah.
So have you learned all the sacrifices that your mother does?
Absolutely, ma'am. Every single day. Every single day. I'm not even joking. Ma'am, the fact of the matter is that I lost my father at 12, when I was 12, and so I have seen her be the pillar of our family. I've seen her single-handedly take care of 5 children. I've seen her go against literally every single one and send her youngest son, who was 15 at that time, to another city to be a part of the business that is considered wrong. So I've seen her go through a lot, and the fact of the matter is she does all of this and yet remains to have the cleanest heart. And so, and I think that's inspiring beyond measures, beyond compare.
But there's nothing wrong to send a child at 15 to work in foreign countries. Children self-made. They become so, they get affluent to the worldly visions,
Absolutely.
How the world is so...
Absolutely, and now I wish that...
What have you learned from your brother?
What have I learned from my brother? How to be the man of the house. My brother, when my father passed, I was 11 and he was 16, and he had to quit education and take care of my family business after my dad.
What was the business?
We still have it. It's a company. It's a brand called Digitech.
Must be doing so well now.
It is.
Because it's the digital India now. And the whole digital world started way back.
Yeah. So
I'm learning.
Absolutely. and so I think we're all learning. You know, honestly, we're all trying to grapple with
I
what's.
invite this thing from the
Which is so incredible to see, because honestly, like it's very cool, because and you know, at the beginning of the interview you said that you're like my mom, and I actually, like, when you say that I'm still learning, I see glimpses of my mom, because my mom every day, you know, randomly she'd call me one day, she's like, how do you live stream on Instagram? I was like, Mom, why do you want to live stream on Instagram? So yeah, most definitely.
Okay. So what do you look after? Year after.
Year
There's
after,
going to be no looking back. Very sure.
touch wood to that, and I hope that I take each day with that energy. You have to kind of keep going with each passing day. But yes, I mean, I have Mamla League Hair Season 2 that I'm very excited about.
Okay.
And apart from that, you'll be seeing me in a varied range of characters, because that's essentially what I want to do. I don't want to be stuck and compartmentalized into one space. I feel like as actors we should go left, right, up, down, all shapes and sizes. And I'm just itching to play a varied range of characters, and you're going to be seeing a lot of that.
You've been in the industry for a while. How do you look at your existence in the industry?
How do I look at my existence? That's a very existential question you've asked me. Having said that, ma'am, I'm actually very grateful that it's been 12 years.
I know, that's what.
You know, it's been 12 years and the journey's
Still
been.
going strong. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Working hard. Don't harden.
No, not at all. Especially with the promotions around, not at all. But no, most that, ma'am, when I look at my journey and think about it in hindsight, I feel like the one word that comes to my mind is rich. I've said this before. With the sheer ups and downs that have happened in the last 12 years, the kind of films I've been able to be a part of, the kind of storytelling I've been able to be a part of, I find myself extremely grateful. And I know that no matter how much I achieve in life or become stagnant or not achieve in life, what I do know is I never stop working hard, and I'll always be trying to overdo to one up myself, and I think that's what's important to me. I don't necessarily want to look around and see, hey, listen, this one's done this at this age and I've done this at this much age. I don't want to be competing with anyone else, but I want to be growing every single day. I am actually very happy with it. I'm very happy with it because the kind of things I've been able to learn through the years, that's something that I don't think any person or any institute in my life would have taught me that. I think you have to go out and face life. Experience makes you wise, I think. And I think I look forward to that kind of wisdom.
So, did you throw any tantrums? Because he's wiser and work-wise
striving for the wisdom.
And you are so a newbie, like.
He was the opposite of a pain in the backside, actually. He was very helpful on set because we had a couple of challenging scenes, where it required a lot of emotional gravitas. I would say. I didn't. I brought it in from within my own emotional experiences. But I just feel like the beauty of working with actors like Rohit is that they're very giving artists, and they allow for that back and forth, which is very essential to make a scene kind of become palpable and come to life. So I thankfully everyone in this team, while we all are young and fresh in this world, we were constantly kind of bouncing our energies off one another and allowing the other actor to shine in their space. And that is very essential just to make a scene more complete, because I feel like at the end of the day, audiences are not just seeing individual actors or characters, they're seeing a film in its totality.
Yes,
So,
whatever said. That's it. So, what do you believe is a good response from the character sharing the same screen piece? How do you bounce back?
Ma'am, I think it's very. I remember there was this one scene that we were shooting, and you know, there are so many times when the challenges are not necessarily of the scene, but the simple, sheer logistics of shooting a scene. You know, I remember we were shooting a scene in Landor, which is her concluding scene from Landor in Uttarakhand. Yeah. We were shooting. Oh, really? You know, a lot of people have told me this.
You are from
No, I'm actually from Nepal. I was born there. Yeah. But
where exactly?
Kathmandu.
Kathmandu?
Yeah. Gangtok is not in Nepal. Yeah. But having said that, there was this one scene that we were shooting in Landor, which was a concluding scene and a very important and emotional scene, and we were losing light. Suddenly, like this would...
Sunlight.
No, it was gone. It was overcast and it was about to rain, and so we had like
The
barely
clouds come down. Right?
fully, and it suddenly, from it being bright, it suddenly became dark, and we had to shoot that scene that day because the next day we were all leaving. And I remember how important it was for both of us to kind of forget about what's happening around us and just be within our space next to each other and really help each other kind of lift the scene off of, and within a given limited time. You know, so I would really like to believe that I gave everything that I possibly could as an actor, and I received all the more. So
What scene was it?
it was a romantic scene, and it was her concluding scene.
Oh, so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
What do you want to say about that scene?
Um,
About your character?
I also want to say one thing, that she very sweetly, after that scene, after whatever happened in that scene, the next day she actually came and gifted me a shirt. She's like, I really appreciated what you did for me yesterday, and I just as a token of appreciation, this is a shirt that I've got for you, which is very kind of her.
Was it your favorite?
It was actually a fun Aztec printed shirt which I really liked, and I wore it that very night.
Yeah.
I showed it. I was like, listen, I'm wearing it tonight. I love it.
Okay, what do you have to say about the country?
You know, firstly-
why did you present him a shirt? Why not something else?
yeah, so you know,
That will also
I
make
have
my story
given
Exciting.
him, I've given him all the love. So the only other tangible good I could give him was that colorful shirt to depict the colors in my heart for him.
Oh, look at you!
So you know, honestly speaking, that
rainbow colors.
yes, that day has really it kind of encapsulates how I feel about Rohit, because even on days when he bugs me to death, I innately will always have love and respect for him because of the fact that he was a giving artist, and that becomes paramount for me. Because if you give that respect to your art and your co-star in that frame, then you're giving respect to that moment. And it was a very important scene for me and for him. And I remember that in that moment, if we wouldn't have been there for one another, the scene would have
Fallen flat.
Yes, it's a teamwork. People don't understand that.
Absolutely.
It's a team.
it's not a one-man show ever.
Exactly.
And correct. And I feel like that that scene, if it shines, and I touch wood, I hope it does. It's all because of the chemistry we had as individuals and the respect that we had for our craft and for each other. I can't wait for everyone to see that scene and everything else that we have in store.
From OTT jumping to the big screen.
Yes.
And then again you're doing one more. So what are your thoughts coming from this? What is your thought process now when we compare the two,
Right.
OTT and this one?
I feel like the performance style essentially remains the same. Maybe the only difference is that when you're doing song sequences, it has to be more quintessential Bollywood and Hindi film industry. We have to kind of go back to our roots. Yeah, definitely in the OTT space, your performance style becomes a lot more naturalistic and real. In film, depending on the aesthetic that the director wants to take, you can make it more filmy, what we say. But I feel like at the end of the day, performance is performance. You have to be very authentic to your emotions and what you want to depict. If you are not authentic and if you have a layer of artificialness, that is going to show regardless of whether you're on OTT or on the 70mm. So I just feel like every project that I'm doing from here on, I just need to do it with my blinkers on and with a sense of authenticity.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
With the eyelashes or the camera catches it so well, so you have to keep that meter in shows.
Definitely.
Yeah, what are your forthcoming films?
I mean, I have season 2 of Mamla Legal and films I can't talk about until and unless I sign them. All I can say
Talks
is
are going on.
yes.
No 3-film contract with
These biggies.
well, is in production. Usually they used to do it.
Well, I
Yashraj
feel,
does.
yeah, I feel like let's see my work in Ishq Vishk and then we'll have further talks maybe.
So what do you want to say on
What do I want to say on a concluding note is that, ma'am, your questions were incredible. They made us think, which is very exciting. They made us happy. It felt like a conversation. It felt like we were listening and that there was contribution from both ends. So thank you very much for that. Really enjoyed this interview. And my forthcoming films, there is a film that I get into immediately after the release of Ishq Vishk Rebound on the very 1st of June in theatres, is that I get into the film Sanskari Ki Tulsi Kumari, which is a film by Dharma that Shashank
coming on Dharma? With Shashank.
With Shashank, yes. Yeah, he's an amazing.
Is it romantic?
It is.
Because he's good at
It is. It's a complete family entertainer, which I'm very, very excited about. I've absolutely been a fan of his work always, and to be doing a film with him is so exciting. And it's with Varun and Janvi and Sanya, so incredible co-actors to be performing scenes with. So I'm very excited about that. Apart from that, there is Mismatch Season 3 that's about to release sometime this year maybe. And apart from that, there are 2 other projects that I am working on, but I will talk about it in the producers.
So lastly, getting into the big league with the Dharmas.
Oh,
How do
is
you
it?
look?
Oh.
How do you just to say? How do you look at your Dharma? It's going to be something different.
Ma'am, hopefully I'll be, you know what I really do honestly want